Hello everyone, I'm Shreya. So today I will be taking up the unit 6 called Journey to the Top in your English. So before I start with the lesson, I want you all to watch a video. I will be showing you the video. After that, I will explain you the lesson. So even if you don't understand what is there in the video, I will still explain the lesson to you so you will understand it better. Please concentrate and listen to the video.
Hello children, do you know what is rock climbing and mountaineering? No? Then watch this video. Do you know which is the highest mountain in the world? The Mount Everest, 8,848 meters of height. And do you know who is the first person to climb onto the Mount Everest? It is Edmund Hillary of New Zealand and Tenzing of Nepal. And do you know who is first Indian who climbed Mount Everest? Yeah, it's Avatar Singh Chima from Indian Army. And now children, do you know who is the first Indian woman to climb onto the Mount Everest? It's none other than Bachendri Pal. Yes, today let's learn about Bachendri Pal's life and her journey to the top, to the Mount Everest. Mule, an animal which looks like horse and does the work of a donkey. Rebellious, one who fights or resists something. Snow-clad, covered with snow. Excel, to perform outstandingly. Determination, decision. Persuade, to convince someone to believe. Expedition, journey of a group of people to reach the top of a mountain. Scale the peak, to reach the top of a mountain. Avalanche, a mass of snow or ice falling unexpectedly. Let's read the lesson. Bachendri Pal was the first Indian woman to climb the summit of Mount Everest. The middle one of 5 children, she was born in 1954 at Naguri, a small village in the Garhwal Himalayas in the present Uttarakhand. Bachendri was from a modest background. Her father was a border tradesman who would take wheat flour and rice from India to Tibet on mules, horses, and goats. He eventually married and settled near Uttarakashi, where the couple raised their family. Always a rebellious child, Bachendri loved wandering in the snow-clad Garhwal Himalayas. She dreamt of flying in aeroplanes and meeting famous people, and this always amused her family. She was an active child and did well in her studies at school. She excelled in sports too. She was independent and fearless. She climbed together with a group of 12-year-old classmates 4,000 meters, 13,123 feet height during a picnic. As she could not come down before nightfall, she had to spend the night there without food or shelter along with the others. The experience remained in Bachendri's memory. It increased her love for adventure and the mountains. At 13, like most Garhwal girls, she was expected to leave school and help in the house. But her determination to study impressed her parents, who allowed her to finish high school. As a student, she earned money by sewing in her spare time. The principal of her school persuaded her family to send her to college, where she defeated both boys and girls in rifle shooting and other competitions. Her BA graduation thrilled her parents, who had wanted her to be the first girl in the village with a degree. She eventually did an MA in Sanskrit and then B.Ed. In spite of these achievements, the job offers that came in were only temporary and junior level positions. Inspired by her love for the mountains, Bachendri decided to apply to the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, Uttarakashi, for the basic mountaineering course. She was judged the best student in the course and, much to her surprise, was marked down as Everest material. She completed her advanced mountaineering course too with flying colors. Bachendri climbed the Gangotri 6,672 meters and Rudugaria 5,819 meters in an advanced camp in 1982 during her time in Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. Her mentor, Brigadier Gyan Singh, the director of the National Adventure Foundation, came to Uttarakashi in February 1983 to run an adventure course for teachers at the NIM. He selected 7 local educated women, including Bachendri, for scholarship. Bhagirathi Seven Sisters Adventure Club was set up by him after he came to know through Bachendri Pal that the poor could use their mountaineering skills to make a living. This was a unique organization of girls and women to help other girls to find adventure. This scheme would take care of the monetary worries of trained girls and women. Bachendri, whose family was under economic pressure, became an instructor here and reduced their financial burden. Bachendri was selected for the Indian Everest expedition in 1984. This was the first mixed expedition, and its prime aim was to provide Indian women the opportunity to face the challenge of climbing Mount Everest. Till then, 4 women in the world had scaled the peak. The team comprised 7 women and 11 men, and this was Bachendri's first real expedition. They faced many setbacks, including an avalanche and injuries. A sudden landslide injured the members of her team. However, Bachendri Pal continued her climb to reach the peak on May 23, 1984. Bachendri conquered the summit of Sagarmatha, the Nepali name for the highest peak in the world, at 1:07 p.m. It was a difficult climb of over 29,028 feet or 8,848 meters. Her dream had come true. At this moment of joy, Bachendri Paul writes, "My thoughts went to my father and mother, who taught us the value of struggle and the value of efforts." Bachendri's mountaineering excellence has been honored by the Government of India with the country's highest sports award, the Arjuna Award, the highly coveted Padma Shri, as well as the National Adventure Award. Among the other major awards, Bachendri was awarded the Yash Bharati Award by the Government of Uttar Pradesh, Gold Medal by the Indian Mountaineering Foundation, as well as an award from the Department of Education, Uttar Pradesh State, and the Lifetime Achievement Award by Kolkata Sports Journalists Association. Bachendri Pal has put together all her experiences of mountaineering in her autobiography, Everest, My Journey to the Top. She is presently employed as Deputy Divisional Manager, Adventure Programs, Tata Steel Adventure Foundation. Her life shows how hard work and the will to succeed can raise one to greater heights. Children, do you know Arunima Sinha? She is a specially challenged Indian woman to climb Mount Everest. Her one of the leg is cut even though she has climbed the Mount Everest. ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ತಯಾರಿಸಿದ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ದಯಮಾಡಿ
So that was the video for you all.
ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ
Now we will go back to the lesson. Okay. And now, so as you've seen the video, in the video, it is about the lesson and that man has taught what the lesson is about. Now I will again go in detail and explain to you about the lesson. So from the video, we have seen what is mountaineering, what is rock climbing, who is Bachendri Pal. So with this, we've understood that with determination, that is, if you want to do something with the right amount of focus, concentration, and efforts, you can do it. That is what Bachendri Pal's story is about. Okay, so now let's move on to the lesson. So here is something that Bachendri Pal has said. I have realized that there are many Everests one has to climb in one's life. Bachendri Pal, mountaineer. Mountaineer is someone who climbs mountains. We've seen in the video. Okay, so here I have underlined a few words that are new. So as we read through the text, I will explain those words to you. Okay, so first, Bachendri Pal was the first Indian woman to climb the summit of Mount Everest. Okay, now the summit means the top of Mount Everest. The middle one of 5 children. She was born in 1954 at Nakuri, a small village in the Garhwal Himalayas in the present Uttarakhand. So children, I want you to remember these. She was born in 1954. Which year was she born? In 1954. Where was she born? At Nakuri, a small village in the Garhwal Himalayas, which is presently now called as Uttarakhand. So Bachendri Pal she had five siblings, out of which she is one of them. Her father was a border tradesman who would take wheat flour and rice from India to Tibet on mules. Bachendri was from a modest background. Okay. So now Bachendri was from a modest background means she was her family, it was a small family. Her father was not rich. Her father had a small business, that is border tradesman. So border tradesman means, in our countries are divided with borders, like India to China has a border, India Pakistan has a border, India and Tibet has a border. So her father used to trade wheat flour and rice from India to Tibet on mules. What is mules? We've seen in the video. Mules means a horse. Mules, horses, and goats. He eventually married and settled near Uttarkashi, where the couple raised their family. Always a rebellious child. Now, what does rebellious mean? One who fights against something or to resist. Bachendri loved wandering in the snow-clad Garhwal Himalayas. Wandering means she loved to move around. Wandering means moving around. In the snow-clad Garhwal mountain, Himalayas. We have seen what snow-clad means in the video. Snow-clad means mountains which are filled with snow. She dreamt of flying in aeroplanes and meeting famous people, and this always amused her family. Amused means feel pleasantly happy, means they were surprised. Surprised that she wanted to fly in aeroplanes and meet new people, because in Bachendri's family, no one was like that. So Bachendri surprised her parents with her behavior. She was an active child and did well in her studies at school. She excelled in sports too. So what does excelled mean? Excelled means she was very good in sports. She was independent and fearless. Independent means not depending on someone, means she did her work by herself. That is called be independent. If you ask your mother to do your homework or your father to do something for you, that means you are dependent on your mother and father. But Bichendri used to do her work by herself. So she is independent and fearless. Fearless means not being scared. She climbed, together with a group of 12-year-old classmates, 4,000 meters, which is 13,123 feet height during a picnic. So when she was 12 years old, she climbed a mountain with her classmates. As she could not come down before nightfall means before the night, she had to spend the night there without food or shelter along with the others. It's very scary to spend one night with a few friends of yours without any elders. So, but still, because Bichendri Pal is very fearless, she spent the night at mountains with her friends, though she was very young. The experience remained in Bachendri's memory. Experience means whatever has happened that night, that remained in her memory. She could never forget it. It increased her love for adventure and the mountains. At 13, like most Garhwal girls, Garhwal means where she lived. She was expected to leave school and help in the house. So in their region, when girls are 13 years old, they stop studying and they help in the household work like cooking, cleaning, such kind of things. Expected means that everyone thought she should leave school and do work in the house. But her determination, as I've mentioned this word earlier, and also we've seen in the video. Determination means concentration and interest. But her determination to study impressed her parents. Impressed means uh, her parents were happy. Her parents were shocked that she wanted to study so much. That is why they let her study. So, see, that is what. But her determination to study impressed her parents, who allowed her to finish high school. As a student, she earned money by sewing in her spare time. So, because she's a student, she can't work. So, because she also has to study, so what she did was, whenever she was free, spare time means free, she earned money by sewing. Sewing means stitching clothes. The principal of a school persuaded her family to send her to college, where she defeated both boys and girls in rifle shooting and other competitions. So now, persuaded means asked her family to send her to college. So because she finished high school, the next thing was college. Her principal, Bachendri's school principal, asked her parents to send Bachendri to college, where Bachendri defeated boys and girls in rifle shooting and other competitions. Rifle shooting means gun shooting. Next, her BA graduation thrilled her parents, who had wanted her to be the first girl in the village with a degree. So now she finished college and she was the first girl to finish a degree. BA graduation is a degree. She even eventually did an MA in Sanskrit and then B.Ed. So MA in Sanskrit means Masters of Sanskrit. So it's all first after high school. We all have to do a degree that is called bachelor's. So anything, BA means Bachelor of Arts, B.Tech means Bachelor of Technology. So like that, after bachelor's, we have to do masters. So then here she did masters in arts, that is in Sanskrit, and then B.Ed. B.Ed means Bachelors of Education. So generally, your teachers, whoever want to teach or take up teaching as a profession, do B.Ed and then M.Ed. That is Bachelors of Education and Masters of Education. Okay, next, in spite of these achievements, the job offers that came in were only temporary. Temporary means only for a small period of time. And junior level positions. Junior level positions means very small positions. Inspired by her love for the mountains, Bachendri decided to apply to the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, that is in Uttarkashi, for the basic mountaineering course. So she was inspired by her work, means she wanted to do more. She was judged the best student in the course and, much to her surprise, was marked down as Everest material. So her teachers told that she was very good at the mountaineering course and she was called Everest material, means she has to climb the Mount Everest because she is that talented. She completed her advanced mountaineering course too with flying colors. Flying colors means with very nice marks and with everyone were very happy with her performance. Bachendri climbed the Gangotri. Gangotri is another mountain that is 6,672 meters or 21,900 feet. And Rudugaria. Rudugaria is also another mountain, 5,819 meters, 19,091 feet. So do you understand how tall these mountains are? It's not an easy task to climb these mountains. In an advanced camp, it was in 1982 during her time at NIM. So NIM is the short form for Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. Okay. So next, her mentor, Brigadier Gyan Singh. Her mentor means her teacher, her guru. His name is Brigadier Gyan Singh, the director of the National Adventure Foundation. It's shortly called as NAF, came to Uttarkashi in February 1983 to run an adventure course for teachers at the NIM. NIM, as I've told before, is Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. So this man, her mentor, Brigadier Gyan Singh, came there to teach one course to the teachers in NIM. He selected 7 local educated women, including Bachendri, for scholarship. Scholarship means that they don't have to pay full amount of money. A little amount is paid by them, and a little amount is paid by Bachendri's family, and a little amount is paid by her mentor or the government. That is called scholarship. So now, Bhagirathi Seven Sisters Adventure Club was set by him after he came to know through Bachendri Pal that the poor could use their mountaineering skill to make a living. Okay, so this adventure club called Bhagirathi Seven Sisters Adventure Club was set by the mentor, Bachendri Pal's mentor, when he understood that girls like Bachendri Pal can earn money through mountaineering. Here, mentor means advisor or guide. Determination means decisive. Decisive means concentration. Adventure, exciting or dangerous experience, journey. Mountaineering, the sport or activity of climbing mountains. Okay, so next, this was a unique organization of girls and women to help other girls to find adventures. This scheme would take care of the monetary worries of trained girls and women. Monetary worries means some temporary worries or worries related to money. Bachendri, whose family was under economic pressure, became an instructor here and reduced their financial burden. So what happened was Bachendri's family did not have so much money. So Bachendri started working and she started earning money for her family. We'll do these questions later, or you can sit at your house and answer these questions. Please write down the answers to these questions. If you have any doubts, you can let me know about it. Bachendri was selected for the Indian Everest expedition in 1984. This was the first mixed expedition, and its prime aim was to provide Indian women the opportunity to face the challenge of climbing Mount Everest. So expedition means uh, it's a trip. Okay, so they went on, like a few people go on an expedition, means they go on to accomplish something, that is to win something. So the aim of this expedition was to provide Indian women the opportunity of climbing Mount Everest, because till then no Indian woman has climbed Mount Everest. Till then 4 women in the world had scaled the peak. So 4 women throughout the world have gone to the Mount Everest, but no one from India, a woman from India never went till then. The team comprised 7 women and 11 men, and this was Bachendri's first real expedition. Expedition means I've already told you before. They faced many setbacks. Setbacks means they faced many problems, including an avalanche and injuries. Avalanche means a mass of snow, ice, and rocks falling rapidly down a mountainside. So avalanche means that something like snow, rocks, or ice falls off from a mountain. So when you're walking, suddenly if something falls on you, you know it is a problem to you. You'll get injuries, you'll get hurt. A sudden landslide injured the members of a team. Landslide is also similar to avalanche. However, Bachendri Pal continued her climb to reach the peak on May 23rd, 1984. So on May 23rd, 1984, remember this date, May 23rd, 1984, Bachendri Pal has become the first Indian woman to climb the Mount Everest. Bachendri conquered the summit of Sagarmatha, the Nepali name for the highest peak in the world. Okay, Sagarmatha means it is in Nepali, it is called like that. She conquered. Conquered means she went and she achieved. Summit means top of the mountain. At 1:07 p.m., it was a difficult climb of over 29,028 feet. Her dream had come true. At this moment of joy, Bachendri Pal writes, "My thoughts went to my father and mother who taught us the value of struggle and the value of efforts." So when she achieved that, she wrote down saying that she remembered her father and mother when she achieved climbing the Mount Everest, because they have taught me what struggles and efforts mean. Bachendri's mountaineering excellence has been honored by the Government of India with the country's highest sports award. So now I've underlined in green the awards that Bachendri Pal has won. The Arjuna Award, the highly coveted Padma Shri, as well as the National Adventure Award. So in our country, the Arjuna Award is given to a sport that is the highest sports award. So suppose you are very good in sports, like if you are very good in cricket and you achieve something for our country, then based on your achievement, you'll be getting an award. So for her, she got the highest award a sportsman can ever get, that is the Arjuna Award. And then the Padma Shri. So Padma Shri is another award that a few Indian citizens get for their achievements and for whatever they have done for our country, as well as the National Adventure Award. Among the other major awards, Bachendri was awarded the Yash Bharati Award by the government of Uttar Pradesh, gold medal by the Indian Mountaineering Foundation, as well as an award from the Department of Education, Uttar Pradesh State, and the Lifetime Achievement Award by Kolkata Sports Journalists Association. So look at the number of awards Bachendri Pal has received. Bachendri Pal has put together all her experiences of mountaineering in her autobiography. Autobiography is a book that a person writes about their life story. So Mahatma Gandhi has an autobiography. Like that, Bachendri Pal also has an autobiography. In that, she wrote whatever she has faced uh, for climbing the Mount Everest. Everest, my journey to the top. That is the name of the autobiography. She is presently employed as Deputy Divisional Manager of Adventure Programs, Tata Steel Adventure Foundation. So for this Tata Steel Adventure Foundation company, she is the Deputy Divisional Manager. Her life shows how hard work and the will to succeed can raise one to greater heights. So you have understood, right? This is the story of the first Indian woman who has climbed the Mount Everest, that is Bachendri Pal. So now we will be doing the vocabulary. I will be doing the vocabulary in the next video. I hope you understand the lesson. If you have any doubts, let me know. Please go through the lesson again and underline the words that you don't know. Okay, and try to learn the meanings of those words. Thank you. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video.